Hello ZZZ Proxies, it's your boy Josh, and we're going to show you almost everything you'll need to know to prepare for the arrival of Hoshino Miyabi, as well as look into version 1.4's new decibel system so that you'll know exactly what to look out for to prepare for your account. And at the end, I have a big announcement for those who are also joining our lives over on Twitch. But before we jump in, we just hit 17k subscribers and it will be a pipe dream to get us to 20k by the end of the year. But if you guys really want the best ZZZ content out there, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on the notifications. Now with that out of the way, let's talk Miyabi. The captain of Section 6 comes in as our new Frost Corruption unit. You heard me right, this is a new sub-attribute due to her sword's ether corruption. Frost will allow Miyabi to stack Frost Fall stacks. This will lead to different types of sword strikes, the last 6th giving you insane amount of damage with amazing animations to boot. But Miyabi will also be oriented around the anomaly class, so Shatter is on the table. She will benefit from teammates who can also do the same. More in particular, the teammates that have persistent dot or damage over time, and even some crits. We'll talk about specific teammates in a bit, but let's get to her materials. Miyabi will be using these materials, it is no question. However, as you can see with the core, you're going to have to build up a whole new item, courtesy of our new boss, available in the HIA. We'll be able to better see this new boss when he comes into the new story surrounding the Hollows at the Wharf, which the story is looking to be an Avengers level type of story. All of the characters having at least one line involvement is so exciting to see in the climax of Act 1. Then we're getting our new banner system. Unfortunately, we are not getting a free Miyabi too, but we are finally extending the gacha to include 2 banners at once. This most likely means that the 2 banners will be followed by reruns, or it could run till the end of the patch. They never really specified. But regardless, this means that with a free Haramasa instead, they want us to keep our eyes on the prize. So picking up a copy of Miyabi and her weapon are going to be key to unlocking her full potential. You can also look at these other options like the Electro Lip Gloss, Weeping Gemini, and weirdly, even options like Yanagi's Time Weaver or Bernice's Flame Maker Shaker, if you manage to pull an extra or just have one lying around. Because Miyabi is a full offensive weapon, she'll honestly take most things and run with them. Make sure to have these items prepared specifically for S-tier W engines, and if you're going for an A-tier option, you can just fall a little bit short of these. Then let's get to teammates. Who is going to be Miyabi's best teammates? Well, look no further than the hints that they actually gave in the special program. Miyabi can stack Frostfall with anomaly attributes, meaning that you will at least be wanting another anomaly character or even someone who can stack up anomalies pretty quickly, in order to leave Miyabi more on-field time. Characters like Yanagi and Bernice are the premium pairings for our Demon Fox Lady, and with others like Grace, even Haramasa to some extent, and the curveball pitch that is Anomaly Lighter can be effective teammates too. See, it's all about keeping Miyabi on the field, and having characters who can do their work in burst will be key to squeezing out the potential of Miyabi. Characters like Jane or Elendo, who want more on-field time for themselves, just can't help it, and they'll generally clash. However, I think it's now time to start incorporating the new player to the game, or should I say mechanic, but only after you hit that like button. Yes, we are getting a whole separate individual decibel system for each character. We've been waiting for this announcement for a while, if you've been a staunch follower of all ZZZ updates. But TLDR, each character will now be able to use their ults independent of the others in the party. Before, there was only one to share between all 3. Now this offsets the need to prioritize the ult for your highest DPS unit, and we can now use it to say Chingy or Lighter Stun. We can use it to proc Lucy or Rina buffs, and so much more. That being said, this now brings into conversation other potential pairings with Miyabi. Those of the likes of Jane Doe now become much more viable, as ulting with Jane Doe will grant her extra Sao-Cao jumps and more consistently damage when she doesn't have to always be on field to build up to it. Now with this new information, my favorite team options are going to be the Section 6 squad of Miyabi, Yanagi, and Flex. Either Caesar King, Seth, Lucy, or Sukaku. You'll be doing some pretty big damage if executed properly. Next will be Fire and Ice, Miyabi, Lighter, and Bernice. This squad is hyper offensive. It allows for quick work of your opponents. And moving from Bernice's ult into Miyabi's, because now we can go back to back. Imagine getting a 150% damage multiplier off of Lighter ultimate, followed by a back-to-back ult from 2 of the strongest characters in the game. Ho ho! Let's also talk some budget teams. We can go into Miyabi Hyper Carry, which isn't the greatest, but generally relies on her being on field most of the time, which, I mean, is a good thing. With the core of Lycon and Sukaku. If not Lycon, try out the Kaletas of the world. Yes, she's technically worse in stun potential, but you gotta work with what you got. Just make sure to have potential anomaly and faction units at the ready so you can get the additional core passive for Miyabi. And finally, we've come to the last section of the video. Oh yeah, you thought we were done, huh? Let's talk about drive discs. Branch and Blade Song is the newest of drive discs, and this will be Miyabi's almost exclusive drive system, with a 2 set that prioritizes crit damage and the 4 set that gives more crit values as you reach the AP threshold and apply freeze and shatter. This set was made with Miyabi in mind and is a much larger step up from the polar metal, as the drive focuses more on basic and dash attacks, which formulated a ton around Ellen Joe's attack formation. To round out Miyabi's build, it could be a good idea to get some 2-piece swing jazz for some DPS play. However, if you're going all in, why not get the Woodpecker Electro for the crit rate and then go crit damage on your 4 slot for maximum damage. And let's not forget to mention the Astral Voice, which will be extremely helpful in giving your units extra damage. Stacking up to 3 quick assists, your units can gain a potential 24% damage bonus. My assumption is that this will be perfect on characters that can also utilize the 2 set attack bonus like Lucy and Sukaku, with the 2-piece energy recharge to round out their support builds. With that, we've covered skills, weapons, drive discs, and teammates of Hoshino Miyabi. Let me know in the comments below, will you be pulling for her? Because I'm also running a small post-session giveaway to those who comment on here and join us on the Twitch channel on the day of her release. And we'll see you proxies on the battlefield. Subscribe and click on this next video because YouTube thinks alike. Jshoea.
These guys suck.
What the?
I've seen some of them in trivia. They don't know anything.
Is incorrect.
I would have guessed the same thing.
I just like the way you're smiling. I don't like the way you're smiling.
Are you ready to descend?